There's a new way to manage files that goes in and out of your assemblies. That's the new Derive function. I want to show you my 2 favorite ways to use it. Coming right up. Hey everybody, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget, my email address is down in the description area of this video. Any future topics you would like to see, I would love to hear about them. Today, I'm going to share my 2 favorite ways to use the new Derive function inside of Fusion 360. Let's get in and talk a little bit about how to manage files. So, I probably have one of the more boring parts here on the screen, but this part here, if we wanted to make a copy of this part, one way to do that would be to go up to your file drop down right here, and then we have a save as. And anybody who ever used Word or some other program knows what happens here, right? We're kind of like making a copy, and we're kind of breaking the link between this part and the other part. Another thing we do inside of CAD is, if I go over to this mold part here, is that we can take this part that we just looked at, sitting over here, and this is a purchase component, and we can insert it by right-clicking into our current design. So if we right-click and insert into current design, you see the part appearing here on the screen. I'm just going to drag it out, and we will normally do something like a joint command to place this part the right place, just like this here. Now, one thing that you probably are familiar with is that we didn't really take this part and made a copy and put it in here. This is more like a portal. We are looking, when we're looking at the part in here, we're actually looking at this part here. Meaning that if I scroll down, you will see that there's a chain link between on the part here, meaning that any changes we do to this part standing alone here, will immediately be reflected in this part here. Now we can break that link. If we right click down on the component, choose break link, that link will be broken, and now it is like there is a copy. Now here is where Derive becomes interesting. See, for this purpose here, this is kind of like a master file, right? Any change you do to this file will reflect in any assemblies that file have been set into. Derived, sitting right up here under Derived, is a little bit different. The rule about Derived is this. When Derived is used, any changes will go forward, but they will not go backwards. So just remember that. Using Derived, changes will go forward, but not back. What do I mean by that? If we're opening up our master here, sitting all by itself again, and we go up and say we want to create a derived from that, select this part here, and we're going to hit OK, you will see that it's going to open up in a new part file here. Now, so this one is called, the original one is called K100. Let's take this one right now and just save it. And let's just call it K200, just so we can tell them apart. Maybe this is a new version of our Derive. Now, so we have a K100, we have a K200. Right now, the K100 is our master. The K200 is really just a copy of it right now, derived from K100. With me so far? Now check this out. If I'm just going to make something simple, let's go into and open up a sketch. I'm just going to open up the side plane, and I'm just going to draw a rectangle. I'm not even going to fully define it, just to be bad here. And let's do a cut through here. So this is in our K200. If I hit save right now, it will save it in the K200. See, so we now in the K200 have this cut. But remember, I said changes will only go forward, not back. Well, it means that our K100, our original master, that is completely happy. But our second version, we can keep on working on that one. However, if we go back to K number 1, and we decide to make a design change to that one, so let me select this inner face right here, and let's hit Q, and just make this opening a little bit bigger, like this. When I hit OK in the master, and I save that, big opening. This change will be pushed forward into K200. So when we click on that, we'll get this little warning up here that it's out of date. And when we click on that, the changes will go forward. Now, of course, since I made a change to the master K100, that will also have triggered our mold to have a warning into that one, and that one will also update with a bigger opening. But remember, it doesn't have the slots because the Derived K200 was not the one that was inserted into that. So this is my one way to use the Derived. You can have a master, you can make a Derive from that master that you can create new changes to going forward, but everything will stay the same back, but every changes will go forward. Second one is for all my CAM friends. Let's go back to our plastic injection mold here for a second. So if you're a CAM guy and you received a package like this, all different kinds of components, and you now just need to machine one part, not the entire thing, what would you do right now? Well, inside of Fusion right now, you probably do one of two things. One, you might actually just save out that part as a save as and break the link between the two, breaking the link between your design and your CAM, or you will make a copy of the whole design. You will just start hiding all the different components till you narrow it down to one component. Well, here's Derived again. Go to the Create, go to Derived. Just gonna save the part here. Select the component you want to machine. Hit OK. And now you have that part as a Derived. You'll see you have the little symbol down here, what means that we can now go into manufacture. We can start applying our different tool path to this part here, but knowing that if there is any design changes back on the mold, back in the original file, remember, Derive will push forward, not backwards. We can assure that any changes you decide to do in here, maybe you make some corner radiuses a little bit bigger, or other things will not go back in the mold, but any changes coming from the design will go forward into CAM. This might be one of my favorite CAM enhancements. So, I hope that this was useful. 2 ways to use Derive. Just remember the rule. Changes will go forward, but not backwards. Until the next time, I hope you have an awesome, awesome day. Take care, folks.